International Management Conference 2021, Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. The topic of my research study is Challenges in Management for Innovative Teaching and Learning Practices in Nepal during COVID-19. I am Janardhan Podel from Nepal. I am involved in academy as well as social research and educational researches. I have been involved in teaching learning activities in schools and colleges for many years, and I have been involved in some Indian academies also. First, I have guided 17 students MA level thesis of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. And this is for introduction. Now, this COVID-19 has brought different kinds of changes in the sector of educational activities. Previously, classes were taken in classrooms, and this is known as a traditional system of education also. But COVID-19 forced people to take online classes. So the purpose of this study is to explore the challenges faced by stakeholders. And in the sense of stakeholders, the participants of this studies are students, parents, guardians, teachers, principals. And the design and methodology of this study is, this is a qualitative study, and interview was taken with the participants, and it is interpretive paradigm, and this is inductive analysis. And in this study, as far as possible, ethical consideration is maintained, and credibility and ethical issues have been maintained here. And this is naturalistic inquiry, because inquiry has been made with the people in their naturalistic sense. And so this COVID-19 has changed people in the sense of rethinking education, because it has brought different kinds of changes in the activities of education and research field. So drastic changes have been brought in education by COVID-19 pandemic. So different kinds of changes taken place are like this: from physical presence to online mode of delivery system, and global trends have forced to go on a digital mode of education rather than to physical mode of education. But people's mentality is still in favor of formal physical mode of education. So existing challenges today are knowledge management and knowledge transfer. How will knowledge be managed and how it will be transferred to the learners? Now, this is a kind of great matter of problem. So we have to know what is in need in the 21st century education, and education should be maintained in the sense of social transformation, because today social transformation has been much more important, and organization of learning today is related to rethinking education. So previously traditional system of education has been old system, and now people and this new era has tried to find out new type of education. So we have to rethink about education. So globalization in the present world. So today science and technology had made advancement in different sectors of the lifestyle of people, and there is a digital mode in education today, as previously classrooms educational system have been disturbed now due to this COVID-19. So first of all, today sustainable development is related to modern technology. If people don't know how to handle technology, now their lifestyle will be related to backward situation. And so this present age has created many different kinds of complexities, and there are many kinds of changes at the present time. So there are cultural changes, social changes, and there are changes in individual people also. We find such type of situation today, and so education should address all such type of things and all such type of activities. So when there will be knowledge management and a knowledge transfer related to technology, so there will be knowledge economy in people. So today, in this sense, knowledge economy is of great importance. So previously, people used to do manual work, but now only it is necessary to use knowledge to earn money, or suppose to earn economy, to gain economy. So there is today what kind of situation can be found here? There is economic integration as different kinds of factories and industrial products have been transported in many parts of the world. There is cultural integration, atmosphere, the real lifestyle of people related to in every part of the world becomes to be similarity. And so there is institutional integration also, as institutions all over the world are going to be related in the similar way. And so globalization has brought different kinds of changes in international relation also. Those countries which were previously in rivalry and now they are also in international relation. So globalization has tried to bring all of the countries of the world together under an umbrella. So there is a global flow of people, goods, ideas, knowledge, technology, and system due to globalization. And so people say like that globalization has been rising and global perspective has taken place after 1990s. Now this is a time when the Cold War ended, and mostly people say after the collapse of Soviet system of communism. So just these days, there is a development of interconnectedness and interdependency among people, among institutions, among countries, and among different kinds of trade and commercial activities. And so globalization is related to economic development today. Many countries have developed due to the sense of globalization. And but there are some people who comment to globalization as this is only a kind of recolonization and it has brought different kinds of catastrophic consequences. Although whatever the situation may be, globalization has tried to make the world in a similar situation. But what is this catastrophic situation? Now many people and children die die of hunger as they don't get food stuff. So globalization is like their survival of the fittest. So if it is maintained, now it will be fruitful situation. So globalization has made cross-border flow of people, technology, and different kinds of diseases also. Not only fruitful situation, but there will be some dangerous catastrophic consequences also. And so during the time of COVID-19 pandemic, online education has got importance and it is reality that it is in a real situation. December 2019 saw the outbreak of COVID-19 in Wuhan, China. So it is told that it is spread by the people who ate different kinds of dirty things in raw materials, like that bat and pangolin. Now they are eaten raw, and from that situation, this virus has been said to have come out, so spread all over the world. So previously, untouchability was a kind of word now related to a kind of social norms and value. So this was related to such situation that we don't have to touch the people from whom people get harmful consequences. So at least at that time, it was a kind of situation that they wanted to be safe from those people who eat dirty things. So, but today what happened? Unprecedented health crisis and emergency protocols were implemented all over the world, and Nepal also remained in the same way. And COVID-19 made the present academic world use online education. Previously, that physical classroom were already cancelled for many months, and at least a year also, students also lost their academic calendar. And such type of spread of COVID-19 is a result of globalization, as the people who had suffered from COVID-19 in Wuhan, China, if they had not moved from that place, now this disease would not have spread like this of today, as so many people have been suffering and many people are died of this COVID-19. So this COVID-19 has brought many kinds of difficulties to academic group and society because it is not so easy to be protected from this pandemic. Management difficulties for online education. This is also a kind of burning issue today. And it became like that. COVID-19 made people use technology, but people were not habituated to technology because they took classes physical form, sitting in desks and benches. So many stakeholders, they were confused about the use of technology. They have to use different kinds of new technology today. Now, previously, people used internet for Facebook and other different kinds of communication system only, but they didn't use technology for taking education. So, when online education made compulsory just by this pandemic, then parents had to bear the burden of economic, because they have to buy a new type of mobile also, new type of laptop also, and sometimes electricity also will be cut off, and more often net also will be cut off when students would be taking classes. At that time, these things will be closed, so they would not take classes properly, and teacher also will feel difficulty, parents also will feel difficulty, and management side, principals of colleges and schools, they also felt difficulties to manage all sorts of things because it was very difficult from them. So if students had to take a data package, it would also be very costly, because in many places in Nepal, there was no connectivity of internet. In such situation, sometimes students commented like that, they would also not get a data package also, and no any SIM card also, supposed to recharge their mobile, etc. So uh, these devices, or suppose this technology like that, Zoom and MS Teams, they would not be working properly in mobiles and laptops, which would not support this one, because they're the old type of technologies, old type of structures and devices. They would not support these things. This also made difficulty to use online class. So as a whole, difficulties were faced in management of online classes, because it was not so much easy for the people. And so the conclusion and ways forward from the research is found like that. Today, we are living in the 21st century, and learning is to be maintained for the need of the students of this 21st century. So this should be skill oriented. So learning should be related to skill, not only just learning to be educated person. So it should be flexibility, as people can get education although they are in many different places or at a distance. So this should be related to problem solving. So students should, the students' mind should be related to skill. So now it is what happens. Now labor force is shift. Labor force should be related to immaterials. Previously, people used different kinds of manual materials, but now it is not so much possible. So today people have to gain their knowledge to handle with digital technology for their labor force. So online education should be taken as an opportunity, because today the world has taught us like that, learning to learn. Suppose let's say if we do something, that is learning to learn. So we should be always ready to learn things. As today there is another technology, and tomorrow there will be another technology. So we should be ready to handle in such type of situation. Digital education can be taken as innovative process and outcome-based education, because different kinds of materials and resources can be found online. So if people know to handle education in online mode, now there will be no any problem for any kind of materials to them. So education should be focused with innovation, and it should maintain equity and access also. So it is because of the availability of massive e-learning resources online. So there will not be any kind of problem to the learners to go to visit a different library in a physical way. And so today there is a need of highly educated population, which can be obtained through education only. So productivity and efficiency are in need to make balance between investment and its outcome. So digital education system is for the purpose of making transformation of education in global trends. What type of situation in education is in other developed countries, that is related to global trends. So we have to follow the same situation. So now today, offline and online, both the different types of mode of education are in need for the people. So in the future, I think there will be no need of more classrooms in schools and colleges as this situation of technology will be developed more and more. So e-learning situation should be promoted by the use of technology for the purpose of flexibility in learning style. So it is better to have got a chance for learning outside the classrooms. So by the use of technology as it is in need today. So social transformation from traditional to online system is today's development, and so presence to non-presence as the priorities of the present era, that is known as knowledge economy. Now, as somewhere people should not be present, but they will be working from uh, far away at a distance, and so this is the priority of the present day. So thank you.